Greetings, welcome to rainy Tokyo. Believe it or not, this year the rainy season started 10 or 12 days earlier than usual. You just never know with the weather, which is why packing for Japan can be really challenging. In this episode, I'm going to show you inside the stores on what's on sale. Usually if you look and see what the Japanese are wearing during the rainy season, you also get a pretty good idea of what to wear too. I'm wearing a rain jacket. It's actually kind of chilly. It's almost counterintuitive to what you would think that Tokyo or Japan would be like in the early parts of summer, but rainy season is something that's really special in not a great way. It is wet and it is windy, and despite the fact that the temperature might seem a little bit warmer, it's certainly a lot cooler than you would expect. So you won't see a lot of people. Just look at the street across the street here. You don't have to zoom in on them, but you can see a lot of people have jackets on. All right, tomorrow is June 1st. We got jackets on, we've got long sleeves, we've got umbrellas. There's a long jacket right there. It is chilly. I'm actually, I think this is almost like March weather, which is very weird. Now, everybody loves Uniqlo. Packing for this country is really hard. Let's just take a look at the temperatures, and I'm going to show you inside what they got here. Now, if you just look at the highs and the lows, this is in Celsius. July, it starts to really get warm. 30 degrees is full-on summer, okay? But it rains 11 out of the 31 days in July. It's sometimes more, sometimes less. That's on average, okay? June, it rains 12 days, so almost half of, I would say like half of the month feels like rain, pretty much. So it's hard to prepare for that. And the days that it rains, in particular the first 15 days of June, are chilly, deceptively so, all right? There's a chill in the air. March or May typically is warmer than June because of that. But this year, because we started early, and we're in May right now, it feels like it's like, I would say like 22 degrees, 20 degrees, and with a little bit of a chill in the rain, a little bit colder than you would expect. Let's look at here a couple of these other charts to put it in perspective to help you pack here. You can see May on the left side, July on the right side. The temperature is gradually increasing. The low temperatures you can see in there about 71 degrees Fahrenheit. That's fair because the last time we showed Celsius. What is that? 10 degrees Celsius is 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'd say this is about 15 to 17 degrees Celsius right there for the lows. And maybe the highs hovering around 23 to 30 degrees Celsius in the end of June. So it's basically summer at the end, but these are the highs and the lows. It's hard to tell just by temperature, so it's good to look at this one. It's overcast more than it is sunny in June. Look at the way that dips. The gray is overcast, meaning cloudy skies. That dips in the end of June and the beginning of July, but move that dip over towards where we are now. Actually, it's a lot rainier and more overcast than in past years if you compare it. So you kind of want to get a jacket at this time of year because there's no sun to keep you warmer. When the sun is gone, it doesn't feel like summer. I'll tell you that right now. Here's one more graph just to finish off with scientific analytical data. Warmth and coolness, and you can see there's only a little bit of hot. Do you see that right there? The hot is at between 2 and 4 p.m. on average. The rest of the time it's just warm, and the temperatures are mostly pretty comfortable. This is a great time to visit in June. It's mostly comfortable, but you see the green part there? Cool means what we got right now, and typically, you know, even though it's like 1 p.m., it would be a lot warmer. It doesn't feel warm at all. So that's just a guide, but it's certainly not something that you can hang your jacket on, so to speak, because it is much chilly. Just look around here. So let's go inside now that you get an idea. You're gonna have to pack a jacket. A rain jacket is usually a good idea. A sweatshirt maybe if you're coming in May and the beginning of June. If you're coming in the middle of June, you might not need that sweatshirt. A jacket's absolutely. There's a guy in the shorts. I hate to call him out, but there's a guy. He looks really. You want to be that guy. He looks really out of place. All right, that could be me. You see, the most people are dressed with long sleeves or at least, you know, pants on. I got shorts on. All right, I'm perpetually 12 years old, so it doesn't really matter. I passed the test. All right, let's go inside of the Uniqlo here. I want to show you what they have. They do have rain jackets. Sorry about that. They do have rain jackets here. They're about, what, 4,000 yen or about $25 or so. These shorts are really popular. They're quick dry. They were on sale for 2,000 yen. Now they're 3,000 yen. I like the colors. This is summer stuff. They're super light. You probably wouldn't wear it on a day like this, but you can see how they dress the mannequins there. That's what people are wearing, I guess. Uniqlo is kind of the trendsetter. I tried to pause it there. A beautifully draped shirt with a smooth texture. I'm almost sold on that. Looks like they got some aloha spirit in these shirts, just a little bit, but that looked very comfortable. I found a jacket that looked really nice. The women's jackets, same price, different colors. It's light, warm, and breathable and waterproof and protects you from UV rays. So this seems to have a bunch of stuff that people like. I like these lightweight zip fleeces. Were they fleeces? I'm not sure, but those are also good to keep some warmth there. These t-shirts, if you forgot to pack t-shirts, these are $4 a t-shirt. Just remember the foreign sizes are different here. I'll talk about that in a second. They still have the heat tech out. So on a chilly day like this, if you didn't pack right or have anything warm, just getting one of these might do the trick. The heat techs are really warm. You use them in the winter usually, but they could double up as a long sleeve sweatshirt. You can even get some long john, long underwear there. They even have, if you really need it, some nano, like really thin down jackets. I don't think it's that cold. They have some Block Tech. These are windproof, rainproof jackets, waterproof jackets. Those are, I think, 6,900 yen. No, that's a pretty good deal, actually. But my problem is, I'm going to stop it there. I really don't often like the style of Uniqlo's jackets and stuff. They try to get overly stylistic, and I'm a simple man. Like, I don't want like elastic around my arms, and it's not my style. So sometimes it's hard to find stuff at Uniqlo. So I go to another store. So when it's more expensive, I'm going to show you another store. In the rainy season, this has been the place that I go to shop at the most for May, June, and July. In particular, those that are climbing Mount Fuji are probably going to appreciate this store. Before we leave Uniqlo, let me just show you, because I'm a big fan of the regionality of the Uniqlos. The Ginza one has Ginza-based t-shirts here. I thought that was cool to shout it out. So they use like the Ginza businesses around here. So you can find these t-shirts. This one here, there's a Katsukare Day, and they have a Tokyo, it says there. There's a Cozy Corner, which has a cake shop here in Ginza. They have like really cool t-shirts that I would wear. There's Kumamon in samurai style. You gotta love that one. If not, they have Kitty-chan with the I Love Japan, and they're pretty reasonable Japanese style t-shirts. I like that though, you know, kind of. And each Uniqlo has a different one, so different regions have different t-shirts. So that's kind of a cool thing. A reason to shop, kind of pop into the Uniqlo, take a look and see the t-shirts that they got. I'm curious. The Shinjuku ones are pretty neat. All right, when I can't find stuff here, which is actually often recently, the only stuff I buy there, to be honest with you, shorts, those nylon shorts that I showed you, they're really good. Socks, underwear, t-shirts. That's almost all that I buy. I don't buy the shirts anymore because the shoulders are too narrow for men's shirts. The t-shirts, I get to wear an extra large. I'm a medium in America. I'm extra large in Japan. There's some more girth in the shirt, but it usually will shrink okay. It wears okay. But I wish that they had a broad shoulder one, a Kaigai version for foreigners, because Westerners have longer, wider shoulders than Japanese do. The pants, the problem is the pants legs aren't as long either Japanese size, so you often have to find a longer one, and Uniqlo doesn't have that. So it's hard for me to find pants that fit. So I typically will go, I think Peso, you have it right there, buddy. You have to go to the Montbell. And this is really funny. Okay, Montbell is like basically, it's Japan's Patagonia or Japan's North Face. It's a Osaka-based company. Now they make very little inside of Japan, but the styles come from Japanese ingenuity. And this one in Kyobashi might be the biggest one in Japan or the biggest one in Tokyo. It's pretty big, and it's funny, right? just recently across the street, I'm talking real recent, next to the police museum, a Patagonia opened up. Now this Kyobashi store is really famous. You go across the street and go, wait a minute, that Patagonia is over there. So you might venture in there, but we're gonna go inside the Montbell just for like a minute and check it out here. They already got the rain jackets out here. Those are lightweight rain jackets. Those are great to just store in your bag. A lot of the stuff here is breathable. It's a little bit more expensive. They got the Gore-Tex, the ponchos. This is stuff that, and right here, I'm gonna stop it right there. They have a bunch of different colors and different styles. Some of them are Gore-Tex, some of them are their Montbell's proprietary stuff. I don't think there's any difference between it. Gore-Tex is somewhat overrated and overpriced, I believe. There's YouTube videos on all of that, but the colors and the styles might be different, so that might be what you base it on. Also, the type of material. That yellow one is more lightweight than that green one next to it. So I'm looking at jackets because I'll be climbing Mount Fuji this year. So I might end up getting that green one. I'm not sure. And you can see the vests here. I love to wear these vests. This one is more breathable than the one I have, so I might end up getting it. Buying these vests offers more pockets, and sometimes I go in and get those there. But I'd say it's about 20 to 40% more expensive at Montbell than it is here, but the style is often much better. And that Montbell carries Kaigai, for some things, Kaigai version, meaning for foreigners. So the shoulders will be wider on the jackets, so you can get sizes closer to the ones you would buy at home. That Montbell has it. Uniqlo has yet to develop Kaigai sizes yet. I don't know why, because they have it for the Uniqlo in New York, for example. So I'm not sure why they don't bring it here. Maybe they do. I haven't been able to find it. But usually, and Saya writes in, I usually need shorter pants, but in Japan they are fine. That's actually true. You know, for some people, the sizes are perfect, especially if you're, you know, shorter than normal. But if you're taller, they do have big and tall sizes, and those shops are special. There's a couple of them in Shinjuku, but Bakuro Yokoyama or Bakurocho, check out this car. Bakuro Yokoyama or Bakurocho would be the place to go. I'm also trying to stay away from it. I don't want to get in trouble. You get hit by the umbrellas. This is also a dangerous time because you can get nailed by umbrellas if you're not careful. That's a really nice blue car. I don't even know what maker that is. So I would say, if you're packing for Japan, you want to pack as light as possible. Whatever you don't have, you can buy here. If it's t-shirts, underwears, the Airism, the heat tech stuff inside there, the Airism stuff in there, it's really breathable and it's really fine. I kind of like to get the stuff inside of there. This leaves the space in your suitcase for it. The sizes, something to be concerned about, but I've been doing this, how to pack for each month recently, like every couple of months, and yeah, this was called for. People called for it. I said, do the rainy season. Can the sun fit in my suitcase? I don't know, but if you print out a picture of it, I'm sure it can. Brandy was just here from Hawaii. I asked Brandy this morning, I said, it's cold and it's chilly and rainy here. How's the temperature in Hawaii? And she goes, hot and sunny. I'm like, oh gosh, I wish I was in Hawaii. Bring some rainbows and sunshine to Japan. We need Brandy back here ASAP. Typically though, when you want to pack for, let's just break this down here and polish this up. If you're packing for, typically in May, you're going to have warmer weather than you will in the beginning of June. Typically, on most typical years, rainy season in Tokyo starts around June 10th. But this year, it's about 2 weeks, 10 days to 2 weeks earlier than usual. Ramsey Silent, thank you. You know what, Ramsey's for that. Why don't I take you and see if we can find a coffee? There's a vending machine corner over there. Let's go for a walkabout. So we'll say goodbye to this Uniqlo here. I could show you the Chirashi, which is the weekly flyer. It's always kind of neat to do that. These change every single week. It's a fun job to make these up, I think. Graphic designers. I wonder if AI will be able to just do it. I'm sure. I got my glasses from Uniqlo, but they're not polarized lenses, so I'm not sure how good they really are. As you can see, the sails are always changing. That blue car looks pretty wicked. The front of it looks real high class. All right, let me just take you around, and while we're walking, you can check out to see how people are dressed here. Could give you an idea of what to prepare for. Oh, the wind is really strong now. I've had some, I think the problem with the microphone, probably less the microphone and more the lightning port in this old iPhone 14 Pro. I can't charge my phone with the lightning port anymore. I don't know why. So I don't know if that's affecting the microphone. So I hope that you guys can hear loud and clear. I have an external microphone, but sometimes it just doesn't connect. So you guys are seeing how people are dressed here. I still got shorts on, but I gotta be honest with you, it's too cold for shorts today. It really is. It's too cold for shorts. Anywhere. I don't know if they're still doing that. I think they are. The clothing rental service. This would be a pretty good day for that. If you did forget something, you could even rent your clothes if you don't want to buy them. I think it's a 2-week rental. You can send them back dirty and they'll wash it. It's pretty cool. Ginza's nice. I like the trees on the left side here. It adds a kind of I don't know, like a relaxing feeling to the streets of Ginza. The side alleys in particular here are really nice. It smells like spring. These flower buds falling down. So it smells very floral. I think there's a vending machine corner here. Maybe I went past it. There's the Yamagata store. I was just there. I was just there 2 days ago, and you can see across the street there's the Yamagata store. So you can get some of the stuff that I was showing you right there. There's some cherries on the side, you see? And she's got a full-length jacket on. All right, no promises I'm gonna get anything. I'm real picky. I might just go to the Starbucks instead, but we can do a quick look-see. The Pepsi shots. That's cool. They got Mountain Dew now in the vending machines. That's hard to find. This stuff it tastes like melted Pez, if you're into that. Oh, they do have the rainbow ones. I like that one. Reminds me of Hawaii. And drink it, close your eyes, you're back in Hawaii. This is the most interesting story. Oh, these are 250 milliliter cans, less than 8 ounces. They're like the thin ones, right? But it's 100 yen. Coca-Cola is not very popular. Not in Japan. Yeah, the Rainbow Boss is pretty good. Look at these little teeny bottles. It's only you can get the full size for 10 yen more, but this is the thing with Japanese. This is 460 milliliters. It got smaller. It used to be 500. This is 280, but it's just 10 yen different. So who the heck would buy the smaller one? Somebody who doesn't want to waste it, okay? People in Japan, mottainai, they'll go for the smaller one. It's not about cost. It's more about what they want, what they need, the convenience. Interesting in that way. Japanese consumers are so much different than American consumers. Something I learned when I moved here to Japan. Oh, yes, what's the W for? W for the win? This is a hard sell. It's hard to find Sprite in cans. That's rare. 100 yen, you see? Coca-Cola, these sugar drinks aren't so popular with Japanese. Look at that! What's that? Yeah, the hot drinks are gone. Look at that. That's liquid pudding. What? Puru puru. Liquid pudding drink. Pudding flavored jelly drink. I want to, but I can't. The W stands for double. Oh, really? Interesting. I get it confused. It could stand for win or woman. Do it. Pudding, 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 focus on Asia. Yeah, you know what? All right, I'm going to think about it. Pineapple cider. Interesting. I might come back for that. I don't know. Ramsey Silent's like, no. I might just go to the cafe and get a drink. Take a civilized break on Ramsey Silent for sure. You could do it, John. Yeah, you know what? I can't. I could. I should. Maybe I will, but not today. Is that a Peak Design shop? They make my tripod. That looks like Peak Design. Looks like Peak Design. Yeah, coffee fund is not a pudding fund. That's one way to look at it. This is a Hiroshima store. I wish I could go in there. I want to show you something. But they have, maybe I can, just across the street. And I'm extending this because you can also check out to see what people are wearing. I think I can show you through the window here. Like she's eating, is that Fujiwara Norika? She was in one of my favorite dramas back in the day. You can see right there, they have Momiji Manju, the Nama Momiji Manju, which expire in a week. I wish I could send these. Oh, they're right in front of me. They're right here. They're right in front of the window here. These Momiji Manju are so good. They're the is Momiji dogwood, or it's in autumn. They're so beautiful, but they make a little cake out of that. And there's a matcha, custard, and anko right here. So these are really good to buy. And there's the Hiroshima Carp baseball team. Also pride of Hiroshima. They got a lot of lemon stuff inside of there too. It's a cool store to wander in if you can't make it to Hiroshima. You can get all that here, including you can get some okonomiyaki, Hiroshima style, of course. All right, we're gonna end it right here on the street, but you can see the police have set this up here because on the weekends, and it is a Saturday, you can take a look and see how the people are dressed on a rainy day. The rain stopped though. On the main Chuo Avenue, and on the weekend I love to come here. You all know that I love to come here because I'm here all the time. Manny G's in the house. We'll be there in 2 weeks. Hopefully the weather would cooperate. I think it will. You'll be in the middle of the rainy season, but that is also not a bad thing because the humidity is typically down. Now when the sun comes out, the humidity goes way up. But when the sun is gone and it's cloudy in a day like this, people are dressed in jackets, and that's not a bad thing because the hot summer just sucks the life out of you, and days like this kind of recharge you up a little bit. But Manny, you could definitely see this is not what summer looks like in Japan, right? This is not what summer looks like, typically. Joy, almost 50 months. Oh my goodness. Congratulations. And Ramsey Silent says, local coffee shop. Yep. Zam. Zam's like, do it. The pudding. All right, you know what? I've probably come back for the pudding drink. I think it deserves maybe its own episode. It probably deserves its own episode. I added some new emoji. I'll probably add a couple more. There you go. Raindrops. There you have it. You can see how people are dressed. Typically, it's definitely chilly. It's definitely jacket weather. These two crossing the street here pretty much sum up. It's like, I don't know, like October, it feels like. It's too chilly for shorts, but that's what yours truly's wearing. That's the way I roll. I'll have shorts on until November, but I am somebody who is an outlier to society. So don't do what I do. Do what most other people do. You know what I mean? All right, thanks for watching, everybody. If you have any questions about, and you need some help packing, share your stories, or we're gonna have a Q&A down in the comments below. If you're a Patreon supporter, I appreciate it. Today is the last day to get the Osaka Expo postcard. Make sure you sign up for the postcard club. We got like 30 new members this month, which is great. They should be arriving real soon. I sent them on the 19th from Osaka. Next July's postcard, if you're in the postcard club, is going to be sent from the top of Mount Fuji. I'm pretty sure that they're going to be okay with that because I'm going to have a big heavy stack of it. But I'm intending to be there on the beginning to make an episode on this. So if you're in the postcard club, your postcard from Mount Fuji on July will be sent from the top of Mount Fuji. So you'll have a stamp from the top of Mount Fuji. So I appreciate the support, guys. That's the distance that I will go to send those postcards. I took the Shinkansen all the way down to Osaka to send them. Now I'm climbing Mount Fuji to send the postcards from the post office up there. So you might not be able to climb Mount Fuji, but you will with me, because you will physically, that card in my hand will have ascended Mount Fuji and be sent to you from there with a postmark from the top. I'm gonna do it. Don't tell me I can't do it, because I will. Nobody's actually saying that. Don't tell me though. I will prove you wrong. Wherever you are, chances are you can't go too far wrong with locally popular shoes. What did I miss? It's always interesting to read the comments here. I saw that there were some really wacky comments. I was showing some other people here from the last tourists to Japan canceling because of the prophecy. Was planning to go but decided not to because of the prophecy. Better safe than sorry. The mangaka was right in instances including the day Princess Diana died. I'm pretty sure we debunked that, but everybody has their own, for his own, which is different strokes for different folks. There you go. You could have a strong earthquake at any time, anywhere. It could be a catastrophic one. You just can't prepare for it. But Japan is more prepared for it than any other country in the world. You're probably safer here than anywhere else, except, you know, when there's a big one. But even then, we're ready for it. I like it. I don't buy the prophecy. Not really. I think people start to believe it because everybody's talking about it, and when more people start talking about it and more people saying I believe it and I'm not coming, you start to question yourself. I'll be honest. But we believe what we want to believe, and we hear what we want to hear in this world today. So I'd say it's kind of foolish to cancel your trip, because you're probably going to get some really good deals, and these streets are going to be half as full as they typically are. So there's some pluses. And you'll have a good story to tell if it did occur, right? So, just saying. Take care, everybody. Main channel episode's coming real soon. Yeah, I'll do a Patreon live stream Q&A on Monday for everybody who's interested, for helping you to plan your trip. So I really do appreciate the support from our samurai supporters over there. Mata ne. Stay dry. Stay warm. Time to go get that hot coffee. Thanks, Ramses.